this is Ashley Ridenour, your local realtor here in the Metro Detroit area, and today I want to talk to you about buying versus renting. Should you keep renting or should you buy a home? The million-dollar question that everyone will want to ask their agent, which I honestly think this is such a personal decision. So today we're just going to walk through the pros of renting, the cons of renting, and then the pros of buying and the cons of buying. Because I think if you just knew all of the details, then afterwards you can decide for yourself whether or not you want to rent or you want to buy. I just want you to keep in mind, if you are renting a house and the goal is to buy a house, it's okay. You should still be proud of what you've accomplished because you have a home. So don't be too hard on yourself if that is ultimately your goal, but you're not there yet. So let's talk about the pros of renting. Pro number one of renting is you're not tied down to a specific location. So it's a lot easier to break a lease, may cost you some money, than it is to sell a house. So typically when you buy a house, you want to be in that home for 3 to 5 years, and it has to do with the equity that you're building in the home. So if you're somebody who has a job where you travel a lot, or you could be transferred from one location to another, buying a home probably is not the best fit for you at this point in time. Or if you're somebody that just has a free spirit and you don't know where you want to live yet, as far as the location, you're still experiencing things and you want to travel, it's probably best to rent as well. Pro number two, you don't have the responsibility of being a homeowner, meaning if the furnace goes out, it's not your responsibility. If you have plumbing issues, it's not your problem. You can tell your landlord. You don't have to worry about all of those homeowner things, right? So that is a great pro, especially if you're somebody who doesn't want all that maintenance. Pro number three, renting is a much easier barrier to entry, meaning it's a lot easier to get a lease application accepted than it is to get a pre-approval for a mortgage. So if you are somebody whose credit is kind of on the rocks, or you have a lot of movement from one job to the next job within the past few years, or you might be somebody that has a lot of credit card debt, renting is probably going to be easier to get into than purchasing a home. Con number one of renting is you're paying for somebody else's mortgage. And this is a big deal because you don't have access to that equity that the home gets as years go on. People typically let their equity build, or they can take it out and pay off debt, or you can take it out and remodel your home if you want. So you're not building that equity, you're building it for your landlord. Con number two of renting is your rent can go up without notice. And if you're somebody who's on a budget and you're a planner who's planning out your monthly expenses, this could be an issue. Con number three of renting is your landlord can sell the property whenever they want without your permission, meaning that if you're not ready to move and you like that location that you're renting in, that can be an issue. All right, let's talk about the pros and cons of buying a house now. Pro number one of being a homeowner is you are building equity. Equity is such a great security blanket. Every time that you're paying your monthly mortgage payment, that money is actually coming back to you in the form of equity, and you can utilize this whenever it's available. You can use that money to pay off debt. You can use that money to renovate your kitchen or your basement or your bathroom or whatever you see fit. But it's definitely a great security blanket knowing that as each year goes by, you're building more and more equity in your home. Pro number two is freedom to personalize. I love this for homeowners because you don't have to ask for permission when it comes to the cosmetics of your home and to make it a home, honestly. You can pick the paint colors, you can pick the flooring, you can do whatever you want to the house. As long as you're not in a neighborhood that has an HOA, that prevents you from doing certain things like fences or landscaping, or it stays within city limits of their city guidelines, you're free to do whatever you want in your home. Pro number three of buying a home is your mortgage is fixed, meaning that your monthly payment will not change for the longevity of the loan. So if you had a 30-year mortgage or a 15-year mortgage, you can be rest assured that your mortgage will not increase. The only way your monthly payment can fluctuate, go up or down, is if taxes or your homeowner's insurance is rolled into your escrow and the taxes go up or your homeowner's insurance go up. Other than that, your monthly payment will not go up as a homeowner. You can also refinance at any time, so if your taxes do go up more than you're willing to pay every month, you can always refinance the loan to lower your payment again. Pro number 4, being a homeowner does have tax incentives, so you can technically get with your CPA to figure out what's best for your personal situation, but homeowners are allowed to subtract their mortgage interest from their taxable income. You can also write off property taxes and PMI, which is private mortgage insurance. Also, if you're a homeowner and you have to do required medical repairs to the home or medical renovations like adding a ramp or making some of your doors accessible for wheelchairs, that is a tax write-off as well. Pro number 5 is you have more stability as a homeowner. No one is going to sell that property without your permission. So you have the ability to plant roots somewhere and never have the fear of moving unless it's on your terms. All right, let's talk about the cons of buying a home. So con number 1 of being a homeowner is it could be harder to qualify for a loan than it can be for a leasing application. So loan officers and mortgage officers have to abide by state regulations and federal regulations in order to pre-approve you for a mortgage. And this can range from everything from your overall debt to your credit score to how much money that you're bringing in, your income, and if you're paying child support or not, if you have tax liens. All of these factors go into pre-qualifying you for a mortgage. So if being a homeowner is on your wish list, it's important to align yourself with somebody who can help you reach that goal. And I have plenty of connections and people that I can put you in contact with as far as financial advisors and CPAs so they can get you on the right track. So if you want to be a homeowner but you're just not there yet, reach out today. Con number 2 of being a homeowner is you are required to do home maintenance on the property. So every season does require some TLC, some tender love and care on your home. So each season there are things as a homeowner that you should be doing to your home to make sure that you don't have issues down the line. So this can be cleaning out your gutters and pulling weeds, and there's no leaks happening behind the scenes, that you want to change all of the filters on your mechanics so you can have longevity in the home without having a lot of issues down the line. All right, con number 3 is it can be more expensive than renting, and this is what I mean. If the roof is leaking or needs to be replaced, as the homeowner, you're going to address all of these big finances or expenses that come your way. Con number 4, there is a longer living commitment in a house. So the past few years, if you're watching this in 2023, it's been a hot market. People have been building equity very quickly. Sometimes within months, even a year, you can have some equity in your home. That's not typical nor normal in a regular market, so to say. So you're going to want to live in your house for 3 to 5 years before you have enough equity in order to move without paying money to move, because the goal is when you move, you want money back to you. I know this is a lot of information and it can be very overwhelming. The goal of this information is to give you the power to make an educated decision that's right for you. So everyone's personal situation is different. So with all of the pros and cons of renting and buying, I hope this made your decision easier to decide whether or not you want to rent or buy. Thank you so much for watching today's video. If you want to learn more about what I do or what I do for my clients, or if you found any value in this video at all, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you again for watching. See you next time.